All right, the AFCON has come to an end, right? Congratulations to Senegal for winning the AFCON. I thought that they are deserved, that they are the deserved winners. Yeah, they deserve to win. Yes, but then let us look at some of the talking points of the game. One thing I'm going to say is this: first of all, the referee was responsible for every chaos that happened yesterday. Yes, and this is how I'm going to say it. If it be you go complain, right? Senegal scored and the referee disallowed the goal because of a very soft touch. That goal should have stood. For me, that goal should have stood. And all of this chaos wouldn't have happened because when the Moroccans got that penalty, I thought it was a penalty. I felt like the touch was soft. The drag was soft, but at the end of the day, the rule says that's a penalty, and it is a penalty. I was sitting when I was gisting with someone. I was like, I know this thing is soft too. I know this touch is soft too, but at the end of the day, it's still a penalty, right? And if the referee allowed the first goal, I don't think that, because all of the chaos happened because it was the last minute of the game, and you're awarding that very soft penalty at the last minute of the game. It will rile everybody up. And again, when we saw Brahim Diaz everywhere trying to orchestrate, trying to talk to this, talk to that. It was everywhere. And it felt like the Moroccans had too much influence on the referee. And that is something that the CAF needs to look at, because all through the tournament, we saw Morocco do these things. In as much as I'm going to say it's a very good tournament, when we look at the facilities, when we look at the amenities they provided, but then the fans were a very bad host when it comes to how the fans treated other fans. It wasn't good on the field of play. But then let us look at it. The referee was responsible, right? But the action of Pape Thiaw, the Senegalese coach, was distasteful, was abysmal. It has nothing to do with football, because African football don't grow past the level where we say referee go make a call and you go tell your players to leave the field. No way. That was poor from Pape Thiaw, and I think that he has to be fined or he has to be sanctioned, because some people, I've been praising them, they don't come outside again. Because it was a very, very silly behavior from the coach. And thumbs up to Sadio Mane for going to convince the players to come out and continue the game. Thumbs up to Sadio Mane. That is a professional. He's done loads for African football. He's done loads for world football. And what he gained yesterday was a legendary status, a great status. He earned himself GOAT in Africa. Yes, because going out there to tell your mates, come on, let's go out there. Whatever happens. They score. We go. But it is at the end of the day, it is a game, right? Kudos to Sadio Mane. I'm giving him thumbs up. There's an interview I read an article that said he went to sort the advice of a former coach or something who told him that, get your boys back onto the pitch, and that was what you needed to do. There was no reason to walk out of the pitch. Yes. It is a game. The referee don't blow. All you have to do is the CAF has to take over from there. It is not you walking out. That is a bad image for African football. And that is why I say that that coach needs to be fined, sanctioned, or punished somehow. Right? In as much as I say I want CAF to look into everything that happened around the tournament, and whenever Morocco they play any they did very, very silly things against Super Eagles of Nigeria. They brought that same antics against the Senegalese, and see something very funny. A lot of people they talk say yes, the Senegal match Morocco energy for energy and all of those things, but it make me laugh. Actually, I thought that the Moroccans were responsible yesterday. Aside from the ball boys where they do all those things, Hakimi them where they do all those things, I thought that the fans were responsible. Imagine say the fans return the energy with Senegal carry come. How many Senegalese they there? You think ambulance go reach to carry people go hospital? But at the end of the day, let us just give kudos to the Moroccan fans. I'm not calling them a great host. They are not great hosts, but then I thought that they were responsible yesterday, right? And the action of just a few people will not entirely spoil the whole tournament. They had a good tournament. It was a beautiful AFCON tournament. And also, I thought that Senegal was the deserved winners. The referee was responsible for what happened, the chaos that happened. But Papa Thiaw, his response was actually very, very poor and very, very undeserving for a coach of his pedigree. So at the end of the day, Senegal won, and it was deserved. Tell me what you think about the game yesterday and how you saw the AFCON. I'll see you again in my next video. Ciao.